Up to you. If you do want to play it on your own, leveling other classes is really useful.
I mean, I guess because beating bosses with them, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah, because it gives you some pretty hefty permanent perks. Well.
So I noticed there was something I could pay money for, like, skill power. I assume that's my spells, right?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so you can upgrade your skill power, your magic resistance, which is useful.
What does magic damage?
Uh,
Anything that looks kind of magic-y?
Yeah, I think there's a way to check for your character. Or do you mean like enemies? Because I bet those ghosts were doing magic damage, which is part of the reason why they're hurting us so bad.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if the spit from these guys... wasn't also doing magic damage.
Okay.
Anything that isn't a primary attack is magic. Oh, I see. But that's what... That's maybe in reference to our own abilities. I meant from, like, enemies.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just because, like, what? Yeah, magic resistance. But you said the, like, spit stuff.
I think. I could be wrong. That's a small level. Did I remember to actually put on the larger levels? I have no idea. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Oh, is that one of the meta progression things?
At the fountain, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you got plenty of keys this time, right?
Let's see. Ow.
What is going on up there?
It's a mess. Got it. Hey, vendor's coin.
Okay.
Maybe this level's big. I did
How do I
activate
look at what
it.
items I have again?
Uh,
Are you on a controller, actually?
no, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is relevant to you.
Chat, potion, player menu, C? Maybe?
Cool.
You can also
do,
do
in
left
fact.
alts.
Okay. I have
Yep.
a bonus luck item, actually. So I guess if there's a luck thing, I should probably be the one to punch it.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Here's the mine thing.
There we go. I didn't see any secrets going through. I'm gonna give it a second peek just in case. That one? Nope. Yeah, there might not be anything. Yeah, and there's no secrets in like item rooms or challenge rooms to my knowledge.
Okay.
Could be, but it's unlikely. All right, well, for the portal.
Does every level supposed to have a secret, or?
You know, that's an interesting question. I don't know.
Because it did feel like there wasn't that much to it.
Anything here? Nope. Well.
Is there a way to
Onwards.
increase your, like...
My what?
Mana?
I think mostly items.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep popping this cube. I'd say tell me if it gets to be too bad, but I think this is gonna be, frankly, easier than most of the things we were dealing with in that last zone. And also, apparently, killing the thing just gets rid of all of them. Hey! Ooh. Ooh.
What?
Oh, during combo I gain a lot of mana regen, which means if I kill a lot of things I get my mana back, which means I can keep popping big moves. Okay, mana cap also raises every time you level up. Oh.
Yeah, I noticed that one.
Okay, that would explain why I have
got-
so much higher of a base HP and mana.
Oh, are you somehow level you start higher level?
Yeah, so if you notice, press C. You should be level like 6 or 7.
8.
Well, there we go.
So we've been leveling up. We don't lose that progression?
No.
Oh, I just assumed that was a thing being lost as well.
No,
oh, so
I
it's
guess
like
not.
really just items. Okay. So I have a Tome of Magic Missile. Can
I think that
equip
just
that to
causes
a-
you to randomly proc a magic missile every once in a while.
Okay. I thought I'd be able to, like, you know,
A use item?
cast it somehow.
I wish.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's just another one.
Yeah, do you want to clear the level and just keep skipping?
I think so.
Yeah?
Oh, we're missing the boss, right? Was that
Yeah.
what we just...
But, like, can't say I'm necessarily feeling like I need to fight the boss again. I don't
mean, it
remember
certainly
those
gives you
portals being as prominent.
Certainly gives you plenty of, like...
Plenty of skips. Yeah.
Plenty
No,
of items to make up for it. Like, I feel
Also
like
that,
I'm a
yeah.
lot stronger than...
Plenty of items, especially without having to spend any money on them. Portal is guaranteed if you beat the floor before. Huh. Cool.
What does beating the floor before mean?
Like, if we've cleared this
Oh.
floor, including the boss before, probably.
Oh, I see.
Ow. Less ow. There we go. Found the button. Yeah, even though your character is skill-based, it might also be worth it just investing a decent chunk into your regular attack.
I have been, actually.
Okay. 'Cause, yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
you
do...
certainly use it enough.
Yep.
Ooh.
So I do, like, 40 damage now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely feel like I can motor through most of this content faster. Elevator.
Yeah, I think because everything scales up in cost, you really kind of want to even it out a little bit.
So you got another speed puzzle here whenever you're ready.
I don't think I was doing anything when I was on it.
I noticed
think
you hit the
whoever-
switch at least once.
I don't think I did.
I know you did, because you stepped on a pad that I was too far away from, and it moved on.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll give it a shot again, but...
It might have just been a latency thing, or... It probably actually is a latency thing. Yeah, you definitely just hit one right there.
Okay, I don't see myself hitting any of them.
Interesting. Yeah, you just keep moving. Just move erratically over every single one of them.
I mean, it seems like we're doing well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't quite get perfect, but you just moving from section to section on those pads just would trigger them on occasion for me.
Okay.
Chest on the right, by the way, now that we have access to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of dropping stuff off, but then I realized the level wasn't over. You sit on the right here?
Yeah. I might have already gotten it. I think it just had money in it.
Oh, okay. I was looking for an item.
Oh, those are not money diamonds. I was really confused. Because my cat wasn't picking them up, but no, they're mana diamonds.
Do you bother with those at all?
No. They don't help me in the slightest.
They're pretty... Oh, you have mana, right? You just regen it fast enough?
Yeah, I
or-
just have regenning 2. I regen more or less all of my mana back by the time my spells are off cooldown. Obviously,
yeah.
I only have the T1 versions of them to keep the cost down.
Oh, I guess I have... Are we not doing the portal?
Oh, you're right. I totally forgot about its existence for a brief second there. Off map, out of mind.
I guess it's kind of just a way to, like, power past error content you've already cleared, right? That's really... So,
Yeah, so you're not just going through the low-level stuff that aren't giving... that doesn't give you the goods. Interestingly enough, the enemies are still low-level and kind of weak.
Yeah, it doesn't really try and make you work for it that hard.
I guess the point is, it's mostly just to prevent you from just taking a scrub in.
One of those ghost guys
no,
again.
that ghost is new.
Yeah.
There we go. Yes, hit the bonfire. No idea why they would hate the bonfire this much, but I'm glad they are. Yeah. Okay. You seem to be doing fine.
I got an item that gives me some minor vampirism. Oh.
Oh, that just...
What?
I think the cube killed you.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
I might have gotten hit by something. Oh, no, it is shooting stuff out.
Alright, you know how we were kind of talking about this being easy?
It was not all of a sudden. Do you think we punched the cube too much, or that's just its last form?
I think this is its last form.
Okay. At some point, the cube just turned out to be lethal.
Trying to break it. It does not feel like going down. I think maybe I had to kill the mid-boss. There it goes. Alright. And you're up. Skill power per item in your inventory. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so the answer is it got dangerous because we weren't killing it fast enough. Gotcha.
Oh, you have to kill it faster.
Good to know.
I think I have an item that gives me, like... Go find it. Cowl of Protection. 25% chance to block 5 magical damage. Where's the one I was looking at? Blocks most projectiles in an arc 90 degrees backwards. Okay.
So,
cool.
Walk backwards at enemies.
I think mostly just run away from them when they're shooting at me.
It's fair. No, just charge butt first.
I mean,
Alright, we gotta kill this thing.
Good, right?
Maybe... Oh, gosh. Dude, we got a ghost statue right here that we gotta kill.
Yeah.
Okay. Got the ghost statue. There we go. Now, I don't think we're going to have a lift on this one, but I guess we also have no money, so it's not a biggie.
Oh, right, because you don't get any money from that last stage.
Ooh. Silver key. That's the good stuff. That is effective.
Yeah, I've come around to, like, you just kind of want some stuff to just mob clear. Mostly because there's just so many, like, arrows just happening.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, are you able to dodge when there's just that many? Like, what?
I shoot for the gaps, hope I don't get hit too much, and then back the heck away almost immediately.
Okay, so part of it is that your, like, shoot pattern is just kind of bursty, so you can just, like...
Because they have about the same range as I do, too. So yeah, I can kind of move in for a bit of a hit. And then back away. My bonfire also blocks all the arrows, which makes my life a lot easier. Not that much easier. But easier. Leave them with that. Have fun over there with the bonfire. Okay. One thing I don't like about this guy, his arrows are just thin enough that it's kind of difficult to hit boxes and barrels, and I'll get stuck on them not infrequently.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a non-issue.
Is that why you just ignore some of them?
Yeah.
I was noticing you didn't do such a thorough job cleaning up, and I thought you'll lose your reputation as loot gremlin if you leave stuff, right?
It's gonna take a lot for me to lose that reputation.
I mean, you do kind of just have, like, a loot gremlin cat doing the work for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm outsourcing today. Boy, if there's an upgrade that made it so it just destroys boxes and barrels, like that'd be primo. I'd pay real money for that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's the wizard guys. Their attack is that circle thing. I hadn't paid attention to who was causing that before.
If the enemies get hurt by the spikes, I don't think they do. Oh boy.
Actually,
there we go.
it does work.
What, just moving in and out of their range?
No, I as long as I approach them butt backwards, it really is.
Told you.
Oh.
Like, it sounds ridiculous until you do it.
It's actually really hard to... Dodging is much easier than
keeping the angle correct?
Yeah.
Fair.
Although it probably is pretty good where if I need to, like, go in to throw down the freezing orb and just turn around for a second and then run away again.
Yeah.
But I got this one where there's, like, the two guys shooting arrows with their little, like, barricade things that have, like, a ton of health.
Whoa. That hurt. I'm gonna eat a cheese. Yeah. Wow, cheese healed good.
50, right?
Yeah.
Or did you upgrade it?
Nah.
I did upgrade the consumable healing.
Oh, where do you do that?
At the apothecary.
Okay.
I mean, but you have a natural heal, so it's, like, maybe less important.
It's less
than some of the
important.
other stuff
It's
you
way
have.
less important.
Yeah, whereas for me, it was like... the reason I'm dying is because I'm at low health, and then I just, like...
Can't get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to leave most of the food for you as a result.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I appreciate it.
I will say, this game is so much more fun when I'm actually playing with other people. It was kind of fun doing the mass Hammerwatch, but trying to commentate over it was just... almost felt like I was just doing spectator commentary instead
You said
of,
you were
like...
playing with your viewers, right?
Yeah, it was like 30 of them sometimes.
Oh, wow. It supports that many people?
There's a mod that just gets rid of the cap.
What
Unfortunately,
is the
many
cap
people...
for, or did they make it something higher?
It's normally 4, but the mod's just like, yeah, what if everybody?
What if everybody?
Which I think is, like, really cool.
What if I just lure things to you and you kill them instead for me?
I mean, good work. I'm busy doing loot gremlin things.
I had appreciated how, like, little damage my basic attack does to certain things. Right. That's a huge,
Well,
huge difference
part of
there.
it is this character has armor piercing to his attacks. So
and that's just
those
like a
enemies
natural
have
thing?
like big chunks of armor. And so that's probably what's accounting for the I'm not going to say the disparity, but why your damage is so rough.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Whew. Oh gosh, watch out for the ghosts. Oh.
Do a lot of
I
damage?
just deleted them. There was like 10 ghosts, and yeah, they were just starting to pelt. But I chucked a fire dog. It's a fire dog. The bouncing thing is a dog.
Wait, I can be your shield.
just, just sit butt first in front of me.
Oh, ow. Too many angles.
Too many angles. Only there was... I wonder if you could attune to that item, double the effects, just 180%.
I would love that.
It would be so good.
You can't
I know that's
rely
how
on
the
getting items, right?
I know that's how the paladin works specifically. That the more you upgrade that passive, the more like coverage he gets. And in the end, like I think he can only be shot from the back, and then if you get that item, he just can't be shot. I think. Oh boy. Well, we do have a
How
silver
do you think
key.
this works?
Whee!
It's once you hit the button, probably, right?
Whee! Got it. That isn't so bad. It's kind of nice knowing that I probably won't die, so I can just kind of go for it. I could have turned lethal traps on. That would have stuck a fork in that.
Probably won't die just because, like, you have enough health or what?
Yeah, I think it does like 20, 25 damage. Unless I'm woefully wrong on that. At which point, I don't know. We'll find out.
I did get hit by the spikes at one point, and I think it did like 70.
Okay. So
'Cause I
maybe
remember surviving.
my cavalier response to just blitzing through a trap room, maybe not the way to do it. I know paladins can do it with the charge and the projectile immunity. They can just be like, eh, whatever, who cares? Kind of completely random aside. Oh boy. Oh boy. I gotta get out of there. Oh, that was a mage, not you. Hi.
Yes, I'm up here.
Oh.
What was the random aside?
Have you watched Owl House?
Owl House. No?
Yeah. It's on Disney Plus, but one of my developer friends was talking about watching it. And so I was just like, I'm gonna give that a shot. It sounds fun. Oh, right. And like my roommate and a couple other people.
Okay.
But it was, I don't know, it was just really good. And
Cool.
I'm kind of baffled that like no one else has heard about it either.
I just don't have Disney Plus. I guess I
Yeah.
have like one friend who does.
I wonder how much of an issue that is. You know,
I mean, the real thing is just like there are so many streaming services.
yeah. Disney has managed to kind of sucker us in with the Marvel television shows that they've been putting out. You know, the Loki. And WandaVision and...
That's true. I mean, but that's like, I don't know, is that being suckered that they created good content with a franchise that you enjoy? Like,
It's true. But it's like, Netflix couldn't even do it, where I was just like kind of disinterested in most of the regular Netflix content.
I like
was kind of-
BoJack Horseman. I thought that one was pretty good.
I
Yeah, I
tried.
Yeah.
I think BoJack Horseman for me is acceptable in a void, but without that void, I think I found myself quickly losing it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to me, I really had to like skip the first 2 seasons and come back to them later.
I could see that.
I heard that season 3 was at least when it started to get good, and I found that worked pretty well for me.
I definitely do have that problem when it comes to like a lot of shows where people are like, skip the first season, you know, it's the bad one, but then you miss like a lot of the character introductions.
I didn't miss it too much. Oh, more of this guy.
Yeah. And maybe it's not an issue with BoJack Horseman, but I remember everybody was saying for a while that like Parks and Rec is amazing, but the first season is just like not very good, and I'm just like,
I've heard people say you just need to skip it, but then I did. I didn't get into it as much. I think
Yeah.
there's some good stuff there, but I feel like there's certain forms of the humor that like just were never really going to totally work for me in the way they do for other people. Whereas like BoJack Horseman, I feel like there's some parts of it that I'm surprised I like the type of humor, and I totally understand saying that this is not your kind of humor.
I think maybe it's hard for me to watch media about a person that is, like, very overtly depressed.
I mean, you said you liked Catcher in the Rye. I feel like it's got a lot of
I like
similar...
the point made by it. I hate the book.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
It seemed like you actually liked reading the book or something for a bit.
I thought it was okay. I thought
Okay.
it was a lot better than a lot of the other things that it was given at the time. You know, put Catcher in the Rye, gosh, what was it? Great Expectations.
Oh yeah,
what was-
I started reading Great Expectations.
And?
It's like, I remember trying to read it like after you'd read it and being like, what do people like about Dickens? And then I read Tale of Two Cities and I was like, I still don't get it. And one of my friends said it's a lot better if you like come back to Dickens. And I was like, I think I needed to know more of like stuff about England at that point in time to really appreciate it.
I
feel like without that historical context, it's really hard to enjoy. But then once you kind of get like what England's like and what's going on and like why Dickens is writing certain stuff, it's like, okay, I get it now. Like, he's actually, I don't know, he feels very much like the Terry Pratchett of his time. Is kind of how I found myself like thinking about it afterwards. Just because
That's actually surprisingly high praise.
because he's got like a lot of the same kind of style of humor in the characters. I think really I was reading something that was about like writing by John Gardner, and he was like talking about like a lot of Dickens has like very flat characters, but that like there's kind of this energy that Dickens himself kind of gives to the characters that like makes them feel less flat. And I was realizing it's really true for Terry Pratchett in the same way as like the characters are kind of like each represent different things, and Dickens and Terry Pratchett like each use them to like kind of say things by like how they kind of interact and like kind of fit together. I don't know, I have to get through it. I haven't like finished it yet, but I feel like there's
I think it was just
lot
a
of
terrible book
importance.
to give to a bunch of freshmen in college.
well, I feel like high school, wasn't it?
Yeah,
college?
sorry, high school.
Yeah. Right, like, because I think part of it is English classes don't always do a very good job of trying to teach, like, the historical context about what, like, why at the time. Like, how so much of it was, like, the way that wealth and, like, status were kind of tied together with marriage, and that you, like, kind of needed those to get marriage, but then, like, that kind of sucks. I don't know, like, that's a good message to talk about. Like,
Yeah, I just don't think freshmen in high school are going to pick up on half of that stuff.
like, but they also don't tell you it, right? Like,
Yeah.
the fact that the English class is like, I don't know, like it's not going to worry about like that except kind of ancillary and often after you've like finished the book. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of classes could benefit from being taught like a little bit with more like multidisciplinary structure.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And I feel like Dickens kind of like could be appreciated, but like more within like a framework that like works for that as well.
Frankly, I kind of wish more of our history classes have been taken in that specific perspective. Like, every once in a while I think back to, like, what I learned in most of my history classes was just names and dates. And, like, maybe a couple of major things. It wasn't until art history where I actually was starting to learn the important stuff of, like, yeah, why were the Medicis doing this? Because it mattered more in art history.
Why did the Medicis sponsor all of that art? Was it mostly just a prestige thing, or
it's a prestige thing, but they also like, so it was a prestige thing, but it was also trying to convince the populace that they were like the family closest to God.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's kind of like, imagine writing yourself into the Bible as one of the apostles. Like,
oh yeah,
if you can get that stuff to stick, people are gonna look at you in a different light.
that makes sense. Yeah, the only things that are really that threatening most of the time in the game are ranged units.
Yep. Melee units are mostly just fodder to block your arrows.
Well, mostly, I just always end up, like, baiting out the, like, melee units. And then fighting the ranged units separately on their own.
Yep.
Did you take the joint English history class that they did like senior year in high school?
No, they didn't have that. I don't think for me, or
I think
maybe
they
they
did.
did. See, I took psychology instead, which I found to be really good.
Okay.
Because that teacher was, like, actually a good teacher, because he would teach a lot of the context of it. So we
Yeah.
spent, like, a significant amount of time on the bystander effect. And just,
yeah.
how that happens. And I found that incredibly compelling, just from a, like, human nature is kind of messy.
Yeah. I mean, I've come to understand like why the rational decision to like be a bystander often I don't know. Like it's weird because it's like we definitely need to like have more intervention, but like there are lots of times where I find that like I have to ask myself, is this worth me like sticking my neck out for?
Yeah.
Because the answer is like there are some things that like yes, definitely like you cannot stand by and watch this happen. But then sometimes you're like, you know, this isn't really like my job.
My bad. Yeah.
So it's not, like maybe the world would be better if like this wasn't happening, but like I could suffer to lose a lot from this particular thing, and it's not like as like big of a threat as like other things that really like you cannot like stand by for.
Yep. There's I mean, not exactly in the same vein as bystander effect, but just picking battles. I've mentioned to you that I've definitely been like a lot more ban happy than I used to be when it comes to like.
Yeah, I listened to a little
comments and
bit of
whatnot.
your discussion with Rhapsody on that one in the interview.
Yeah. But so earlier today, it was just somebody being really, really snitty at me because I like was tunnel visioning during Storybook Brawl, and I was just like,
It's
I don't
so
even-
hard to not tunnel vision in games.
I know, but this guy was
You gotta
just
play
like
them a
livid
lot to
about it.
really see all of it.
He was just livid that I like
Yeah.
couldn't see what he was seeing, and I'm just like, all right.
And you know,
just-
it's tough for some people. It's just they don't understand why because they haven't played the game. So they're like,
Oh yeah,
it
he
seems
had
obvious to me
specifically said
watching
he hadn't played the game yet.
Right. And the other one is like when you're not there streaming it. But the
Yeah.
last one is like if you are an expert at the game, it can be frustrating to watch someone not be as good as you at it.
Oh, 100%.
Right. It's kind of tricky because it's like, well, I enjoy watching my brother play. Every once
Let's
in a while,
not do
there's a
that.
game that like I've played a lot, and then I watch him playing it. I'm like, I wish
Gotta
he was
stop.
playing it better, but like my commentary
Yeah.
isn't going to make anyone feel better or help anything. So it's
The
also
tough
like,
part-
you know, the real problem is you just haven't poured as many hours into it as I have, and like,
Yeah.
I don't get to say that you should pour more hours into it so I can have a more pleasurable viewing experience.
The tough part with that I found is that it actually creates this like weird expectation with creators. So like if you're say diving into Magic the Gathering, the arena at this point,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a lot of people that expect high level play because there are high level players. I always find the best
Right.
time to get into a game is like within the day that it comes out or like the first week,
Yeah.
because then most people don't surpass you that fast, and by the time people are starting to get better than you, hopefully you've at least kind of hit that base level of like watchability.
Yeah.
But so if I were to play Magic the Arena at this point, I'm sure I would get actually significantly reduced viewership. Not necessarily because I'm that bad, but just because I'm just bad enough that people don't
Yeah.
want to watch. And so it was, I'm not going to say I was struggling with this a little bit, but I was trying to wrap my head around like, hey, yeah, why do people not want to watch me play this game? Because like it's really fun and I'm enjoying myself a lot. And the answer is because, I guess I'm not winning. So specifically within the context of Storybook Brawl and some other roguelikes, did you hit the shop, by the way?
Oh, where's the shop?
Top left. I think we've cleared this whole level, so
Is there a place to like put money down?
no.
Hmm.
I don't see a... Wait, yes, there's a lift. So go shopping, and then
Okay.
there's the lift down south.
Cool. I was just looking at that 10,000 gold that I'm sitting on.
Yep.
If things give bonus physical power, physical damage on primary attack. That just does nothing for me.
So it's
Or does
actually
it add-
attack power is not physical, I think.
Yeah, so I have +10 attack power and +5 physical damage on primary attack.
Oh. I'm seeing just physical add and magical add. So sorcerer is a hybrid, apparently. If you bop out of the shop, press C and mouse over your skills. It'll say kind of maybe what it does.
I see. So a lot of my stuff says hybrid.
Yeah, so if it's hybrid, then you're good to go.
So I can just get any type of damage, and that's just
Yep.
like, okay.
Whew.
Okay.
That's some goodies.
What'd you find?
Oh, I 30 ore and 10,000 gold.
Oh yeah, just looking at what you got.
Yeah. Deposited it.
18% tax. Is the tax is just because I have so much money stored up already? Is that what's happening?
Yeah. It gets up to like 50% past a certain value and then caps there. I don't remember what the math is.
Did you go do that like treasure puzzle in the bottom right with the spikes, or are we ignoring that?
We're ignoring it. We don't have a key. We need a golden
okay.
key for that one, so
Great.
why risk
So
anything?
no point.
Yeah.
Just for the street cred. Gotta tell people how cool I am.
I already waltzed through one of those without taking a hit just as a joke. I think I got the cred. Anything past this value is just going to be meaningless. Oh boy, howdy.
Oh wow, that claymore, my attack damage is up so much. I'm gonna let you deal with that because I'm gonna keep getting hit by your arrows otherwise.
It's a bad place.
Okay, well, I'm gonna bring some other bad stuff to you.
I think I got it. Wow. Yeah, it's just bad.
I think I got some items or something, but my attack damage is like increased by a factor of 3.
Yep. I mean,
Okay.
you said
Maybe
you
it's-
were looking at a lot of items that gave like physical and magic, so
Yeah. It just happened very suddenly. I think it was specifically this claymore thing.
it's interesting watching my cat pick up gold because it does it in very like sporadic bursts. It's just like gotta get it all, and then it just stops there for a while, and then does it again.
Just like how cats are. They move and then they don't move. Ooh, did I tell you that I was looking up like sleep habits for different animals?
Huh.
It turns out that, so someone had mentioned that their cat just sleeps like 20 hours a day, which felt like kind of ridiculous. But I looked it up and it turns out it's a common trend that like most carnivores just sleep more than most herbivores and omnivores.
Makes sense.
That like the more meat something eats, the like more it tends to sleep. And a large part of it seemed to be like just the way that you get food and
Well-
whether or not you have to worry about predators.
Yeah, it's probably some amount of energy conservation, and also, like it's harder to digest meat, I think. Than...
Oh, way easier than plants.
Oh, right. That's what it is. It's the reverse.
Yeah, because probably they need to spend a longer time just like sitting there like chewing stuff for like herbivores. But the other one is just the less time you're asleep, the less time you're vulnerable from it. Whereas like, I don't know, maybe it's not fully understood. I could do more reading on it. But it was like, there's a lot of like herbivores that were just like 3 hours a night.
Wow.
Like, there's hardly any.
But I think herbivores might also require less, like... I'm not going to say cooldown brain-wise.
Yeah, I don't know how much of it was a brain thing or not, because it... Oh gosh, those go right through walls.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know how much like a brain thing it is, but that is true that a lot of herbivores don't tend to be quite as smart as omnivores and carnivores are.
Yep.
You kind of need the higher quality food that's hard to find, and you have to memorize where it is. I saw a lot of enemies, but they really were just melee enemies.
Yep. and we kind of chew through them. The melee enemies are just there to eat hits and then die.
To make you feel the game is not completely just a bullet hell.
It is definitely a lot more bullet hell than I remember the first one being.
Yeah, I think the first one had a lot more things that would just run you down and kill you. Right?
I don't remember being this fast in the previous game. Like, I definitely feel like I'm pretty zippy as I currently am.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely got some upgrades, though. Yeah, so the answer is the magic missiles are whenever I cast a spell, it shoots magic missiles as well.
That makes sense. Should not be looking at my map while walking towards enemies. That is a terrible idea.
Oh.
There we go. Sweet money. We might actually make it to the second to last level. I don't know about the final level.
Don't we have to go, like, beat the boss to, like, make it to the second to last level?
Yeah. Frankly, I don't remember the boss for the dungeon.
Maybe there isn't
one.
one.
That's what this level is. Because
it just gave you a break, right?
I've definitely played some games like that. There's a game I really love that I'll probably have us play at some point, called Mother Gunship. But the game only has like 4 or 5 bosses. You only ever fight them once. And then otherwise, like, you never fight any of the bosses. And there's like no more bosses to fight. I was really surprised playing it. I was just like, no, but the bosses are the best part.
Why do you think they did that?
Budget, probably.
Oh, okay.
That's often what it boils down to. I know the game ran out of money, so they couldn't actually properly finish it. Which is a shame, because it was actually, like, really good.
Okay, I found the towers that were kind of tedious to fight, and they do exist in this game.
Are they the dragons that shoot the bubbles?
Yeah.
Or yeah. I don't feel like they're that tedious in this one, but I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I have a lot more range.
And maybe attack damage.
Yeah, also that. Because yeah, I can just kind of thread the needle on the bullets and kill the dragon tower. Because I remember with them specifically, I would ask you to come and kill it for me because I straight up could not.
Was there... What? Because I was playing the paladin, right?
I was playing the paladin. You were the warlock.
No, that's
or the
not
mage.
Right. I was playing the paladin for the run we won.
Okay, maybe I'm remembering the other one, or maybe I played more Hammerwatch than I thought I did.
This is like a different run that you're playing.
I know I played it very briefly with like my early YouTube friends, but we only did like one session because we all died.
Yeah.
Because I think somebody convinced us to turn on the permadeath mode, and that was stupid.
Even without it, I remember losing the first time trying the game. I think once you got really used to the traps, because I feel like the traps often like took more lives than really like they ought to have.
Yeah.
Like eventually you're like, one person does this, like no one else is going in there.
Yep. Boy, having that pet to just pick things up for me is just kind of nice. I wish more games had like loot vacuums and auto loot whatever stuff.
I suppose someone had to like code it, right?
Yeah.
Do we not have any silver keys?
We do.
We do. There's this puzzle down south here. You haven't done it yet, right?
No. There's also one in the top right that also requires a silver key. However, it's one of the dicier ones, so maybe it's better we do yours.
I don't know if mine is dicey or not.
I'll come take a
look. Oh,
look.
because we only have one key. We picked the easiest one?
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember playing the Paladin because I had a thing that there were certain enemies that like weren't worth fighting properly, and I'm trying to remember if it was the tower or not, but you just like run at them and just hit them a bunch knowing that you would take damage. And I remember when we got to the last boss, we had so much life that that's just like what I opted to for the boss as well.
I think it worked in that situation.
We won up until the planks, yes.
Well, I'm definitely feeling like I'm a lot more capable than I used to be.
Is that like a meta progression, or just you personally are just like better at this game?
Definitely meta progression. Having 100
Okay.
HP seems to really be making a difference here too.
Is that what your max HP is right now?
Currently, yeah.
Huh. I guess I assumed I would have like less health, but I don't think I do. I think I have.
Yeah, I don't actually remember if even the Paladin gets more HP.
So the thing I'm mostly missing is that regen.
Yeah. That regen is indispensable. Well, if we actually manage to win a run with you as the sorcerer, we should probably switch you over to playing as the priest.
Because you get the health.
Yup. Also, the priest is, like, stinky strong.
When you said the priest, I was ready to go play it, but then it's still locked, so presumably I unlock it at some point, right?
Yeah, I don't remember how you unlock the classes in this, but the priest specifically gets like a laser, but you can also get like orbs that shoot things for you, so you can just turn them on and just walk towards enemies and they just shred.
That's all you really want, is the game to play itself for you, right?
Whenever I play Orcs Must Die, I say my goal is always get to the point where I'm no longer doing anything.
I mean, isn't that how the game is supposed to be? Is it not? Are you supposed to scale as much as the traps do?
Oh boy.
What just killed me?
Spikes. I was just like, maybe I'll be able to just like run it because there were a bunch of fireballs flying my direction. And
so
it turns out, no,
okay.
spikes truly are just instant death. Well, my bad.
No, that's fine. I was just, my first thought was, oh gosh, was that my fault? And the answer is
Nope.
like, no. Like, okay. So the real thing is, now that you've told me, I can just sell all these ores.
Yeah.
Just doing that. All right, let's go to that priest guy. Increase your health regen by 100%. It starts pretty low though. Ooh, but my mana regen by 100%.
I usually go for the mana regen, to be honest. The health regen is nice, but the mana regen just means delete enemies.
Oh, can I not take... Oh, I have to go for each of the different paths? I can't just have
you can
all
only
of the
pick
different...
one per layer.
Okay.
I think that's what the deal is.
I feel like the answer definitely is skill damage and then mana regen, though. What does the convert button do at the bottom here?
I think you just can pick one of the other ones.
Okay, so just a reset.
But I could be wrong. I pressed it, and then... Oh, by the way, tip for the sorcerer, the stronger your primary attack is, the better the orb will be.
Okay, so I do want to increase the primary attack damage too.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also probably want to increase the skill damage as well, right?
Yeah, probably. Is there a way to make it... No. Dang. Alright. Do I invest more into Nope, can't invest more into damage.
Is that because it's just capped or what?
Yeah. I guess I should probably buy stuff before this next one. How many of these can I buy? I have no idea.
Well, I spent all my money. Oh, but you know what? I haven't done my my levels, the little stars yet.
There we go. I spent all of my money too. Pre-bought a bunch of items just for the heck of it.
Just because you don't need the ore for that much?
Nah. I do need a lot of ore, but I need like hundreds of ore. And so it's kind of just better to not. You know, I'll just save my ore up. We'll just, or, I don't know. If I need a bunch of ore, I'll start farming that once we can beat the whole game in one run. I've also, like, a number of people are talking about doing runs where they had, like, thousands of ore, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, that seems like it would be nice.